So let's see how you can use the pan, rotate, and pinch gesture. So create a single view app. Click on the main.storyboard file in the navigator pane. Click on the library icon, the upper right corner of the Xcode window. And look for an image view. And go ahead and drag that onto your user interface. You can click on the Attributes Inspector icon and the Image pop-up menu and choose any image you want. And then click on the Background pop-up menu just to choose a color for the background to make it easier to see the entire image view. And now also let's drag and drop some gesture recognizers. We want a pinch gesture recognizer. We also want a pan gesture recognizer. And we want a rotation gesture recognizer. And we're dropping them all onto the view. And now let's click on the Add Editor on Right icon to split the editor pane. Click on the viewcontroller.swift file. And let's create an IB outlet for our image view. So you control drag. We can give this a name. Let's call it my image view. Click connect. And here is our IB outlet. And now let's control drag from each of our gesture recognizers. And this is the pinch gesture. Let's change the type to UI pinch gesture recognizer and click connect. This is the pan gesture recognizer. Let's control drag. Call this one pan gesture. And the type is UI pan gesture recognizer. Click on the connect button. And finally the rotation gesture recognizer. Control drag. Call this one rotate gesture. Click on the type pop-up menu, UI rotation gesture recognizer. Click connect. And now let's go ahead and edit the IB actions. So for the rotation gesture, what we're going to do is transform. And we're going to set this to the CG affin transform method. And you type in the parentheses. And because we want to rotate, we want to choose rotation angle. And what we're doing is we're taking the rotation angle of the gesture itself and using the rotation property, and that will rotate the image. Let's go to the pan gesture, and this is a little bit trickier. We first have to get the translation in the view, and then we can use that to transform the image view. And we want to use translation here. And we want to use the X value and the Y value. And so the pan gesture simply detects the movement of the finger on the screen and moves the image view based on the movement of your fingertip. Now for the pinch gesture, we take the image view and transform it. Use the CG affin transform. And we want to scale it because we're pinching to either shrink it or expand it. So we're using the scale property. And now go ahead and click the Run button, or choose Product, Run, or Command R if you wish. And then the simulator will appear. And then when the simulator appears, then we can test our different gestures. And we'll start with the pan gesture because that's the simplest. It's simply dragging the mouse. So you can see, as we drag the mouse, you hold down the left mouse button, and any direction that you move the mouse, that's the direction that the image view moves. Now to do the pinch gesture, you have to hold down the Option key, and now you can drag the mouse to bring the two circles closer or further together. And to do the rotation gesture, hold down the Option key and move the mouse in a circular motion, and that way you can rotate the image. So you can see that we have the rotation, we have the scale, and we have the pan gesture. And that's how your app should work in recognizing all three different touch gestures.